So it was for latest sports stories about, and of course, your human say you have more updates. It's your sense so ababio at the updates, at the bro. Wadarama, kindly subscribe. Catch the unia, mo so ya mo share ma unia nye bi no nyakopon on shamu bebre, and of course, mine bigi. Minia bibia say ye di.
Na me adom bibia fine.
Stories bebre wo na me say me best start them so ma me ko hwe de ekọ so Spain kakra because El Clasico ni baso challenge is you Clasico ni de ma to the first one beto stadium ni mu me na ka say Barcelona for sort of like a soro no
Okay,
ombekata so sorry ombekata so me na ka say see Barca kwa akodru na omofo play na mo ho ana boys na kwa kodru kama otimu hwe boys na nimu a timu ze veme wo ho ofa no kofi bia nimu na me hwa de for brand nimu na me hwe na nimu ni o we latest iPhone ni kuta no at say nti Barcelona kwa kodru kama squad Barcelona de koye no e wo ho afoma me na okay so la mean that squad Barcelona de koye nie Jack section Diego Cohen Eda Ella 3 goalkeepers hey defenders Alejandro Baldi Ronald Rojo Pau Kubasi Gerard Martin Jules Koundé Eric Garcia Godfrey Torrance Xavi Espat Afei midfielders Pedri Fermin Lopez, Marc Casado, Frankie de Jong, Marc Bernal, and a Drew. Afei anyone for no Ferran Torres, Lamine Yamal, Marcus Rashford, Rooney Barzi, and a Fernandes. We a squad Barcelona for the Aquaco Madrid. Ter Stegen, Juan Garcia, Gavi, Dani Olmo, Lewandowski, Rafinha. Officially, omo out. Said ye see him no. Real Madrid for so a multi-fee omo train. Team your friend Barcelona no. Players are here from what company. Thibaut Courtois, Andrew Lunin, Sergio Mystery. Defenders Dani Carvajal, Adam Militao, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Asensio Raul, Alvaro Carreras. Frank Garcia, Follow Mendy, Dean Howson, midfielders, Jude Bellingham, Camavinga, Fede Valverde, Aurelien Tchouameni, Arda Güler, Dani Ceballos, anyone for no, Vinicius Junior, Endrick, Kylian Mbappe, Rodrigo Goes, Gonzalo Garcia, Brahim Diaz, and Amanda Antuono. They just say Caballal, Trent, Dean Howson, Dani Ceballos. Biggie, 4 players, you know. Ninyina no omwaba Alaba ni Rudiger seni yesikan no de omo ntimi ampass fitness test no nti seze no and the Madrid for anopa training no ye na nyansam ketwa timu say hey masa boys na ni apre
e braba
nti seze good news a ewo ho no Barcelona ye press conference na wie seni yesika che the Marcus Sok assistant coach no on ye press conference no omo ko bi sansa Lamine Yamal any Alvaro Carreras say omumienu a bad brutal coach and say big T. Also Lamine Yamal first of all they be motivated. Now also Okaya Barcelona Asia Benfica so many times and now Alvaro Carreras now. Alcoy. Also Lamine Yamal Ochifa Carreras they be Hey, my brother, saying someone a new bow. And also some person win here. There is some we or some lose or jaisa or lose boss. In fact, they need to keep the ball and our face so they need to be very compact. No one ball as a team. And I will be saying say, just go the young we training say, oh you okay Anna? And also we you okay we training come up. Yamiya Duma before the game, Mombeshe send anybody ni ACT. So you okay there. Of course, Obama Abubui, but also one training camera, be you okay. And I'm okay, yatse. Lamine Yamal, ako can say, Real Madrid for say we we are chrome for no more complaints in Kwan no more. And a coach and say Lamine Yamal is a top class player, and I think that he will be extra motivated to play against Real Madrid. We hope to see the best from him tomorrow. Oh, say one statements next some and also boy no or you motivated that. So here's a boy in the boy.
The question no clearly why not answer question or answer.
Sir.
It's as simple as that. On better answer.
Unim Lamine Yamal dey na wo abeka he unim say na Real Madrid ko training grounds ever dey be bas unim ade isi supporter baako e the banner and akogina hwade ba dey bas training gate na place na ba banner ni kuta na unim dey wa twere banner
o say dey
o say the Lamine Yamal catch them no asemo ana prove it tomorrow. Go get them. Let me translate to English for you. Did what Lamine Yamal say hurt you? Prove it tomorrow. Go get them. It implies ne bani nyina akuta. We play bia no anu ani aboso. Say ade Lamine Yamal de ayemo say bi say wa kan se mu ne de achem. Ahyem wana. We place ahyem wana. Monko kire omoso mu ni ball ne bo chen wo.
Ogufa no Nyankopon hia no.
Sir.
Yes, wakade wo madwim ne makoma mu. And they are Real Madrid.
Come you for fan TV na obi ahwe de no so wait me atwra de we de akogina place in say place.
You want to kure. And you want to kure. And you want to kure through do.
Okay.
No kure through do na fan na catch Real Madrid players. So be kaya na no ni edi nkomo na make say. Ensem na Lamine Yamal aka no. Ensem a eya. Ensem a ha adwene. But if we are seeing nipa bia de bia wo ye bia. The obiri be ye wa anya wo de bia no e ma bone ma otirim na mom use sa the corner as a form of motivation. Said the nipa ne ka fa ho na enye no wo be prove nipa na wrong.
Gerard Piqué something a working why interview mo could be sansade na papa penyi o hwe ma akora ketekete ka sa asam ne tia Real Madrid. Wo ni ma dey Gerard Piqué
o say dey
o say Real Madrid de bia am so mu di Barcelona tam se bi Barcelona for ewifo na omuso aka bi a kire mu ana ye omo ya won say wan ka se befa bi wa support Lamine
the whole Barcelona family support Lamine Yamal
na the Gerard Piqué KD
coach na sem na o press conference na he was asked the question say Lamine Yamal akoka say ti Real Madrid o say Madrid for ya kromfo no hu ne sen odoje question o say Lamine Yamal a top player o mo opi say Nyankopon ya adomo e chena obema the best of performance and so the ama Barcelona boboko no until clearly indirectly, the whole Barcelona fraternity supports Lamine Yamal. And until America say, Adiana support an ayeno. Kwaku. And this is the support an impobabe and sana players like a common. Until Adiana Branti and ayeno. It should be a motivation to the Real Madrid supporters.
That player,
the players.
Or not so crowd or motivated, and then we are training. Or block his training.
Why Lamine
Yamal?
Lamine Yamal, he's that kind of player. He likes to be talked about.
And fan
you're you know. And I said 7 or Cafa Madrid hono. The Washington will be here, you know.
Well,
you already said the election. No, Lamine Yamal, you didn't home come we are saying.
But
and that's exactly what we are doing.
Some communists is saying in Nigeria refuse no so. La Liga for you refuse ni diaba. Soto grado.
It's a refuse to say.
Says they say person
the Madrid they are comforting to me a referee when dia Madrid dia
say referee no be basem and the referee is some penyimfo yi on that television Cesar Soto Grado ono na
and I make us na say in there Lamine Yamal part say omunya referee na when dia Madrid nko dia basa be
true
na last season omo she Madrid 2 no enya referees we mu an di
well
these were the same referees omo di matches.
Referee now we no Soto Grado. We did Barcelona games 14. Barcelona lose 5. We did Real Madrid games 22. Real Madrid they lose 2. Big UK game we.
Hi.
Soto Grado ne di.
Okay.
Enti penyifo ni yi no behwe ntokwa. Madrid for someone tia Barca for someone tia nipa baako for Madrid for some pe o masem. Almost said now no be the red card be my Vinicius Junior say no ha. And say no Soto Grado. You know when you know penny for no so omabre. But Madrid for say yempeno, Barca for say yempeno. but the penny for so months son on one a big game no so to grado.
Kwaku, just as I was saying earlier, last season there were a lot of Clasico games. I think that's a mechanic year for Barcelona, Madrid, so 9-4,
yeah,
and Prema 9,
yeah,
and 9. It was these same Spanish referees they did games in Mebuana.
No, but if you do remember, I think say is it the Copa del Rey final and then a Copa say referee the Bogos. So be kai referee the Bogos omu appointed no person me kai the story. I think say 2 days or a day before game no and La Liga referees for no koye press conference and the Bogos kwa can send me the Madrid for and Madrid for crowd threatening say ball no more obekaya
yeah
ka so more because of the Bogos kanya na echire mpanyifo no ma the Bogos ekodi isa game no what is okodi isa game no and controversies bebree see no cross that game no if Barcelona had lost in can say bebree see because o take controversial decisions bebree what has Barcelona for to say a lot of the decisions went in favor of Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. What I say, until referees there, it has always been a problem between these two.
Aside these two clubs, refereeing is a problem the world all over. And whether we like it or not, these referees we complain about, they are the same referees that officiate our games. Aside that, is there a club in the world also benefited from referee decision there? And is there a club in the world also referee decision ebim konti ana dana? Referees no matter to say who ni awo. Say you ni homo anenam. When it goes in your favor, when it goes against you ebe how. At the end of the day, talking points na beba after the match ni nyina ka ho put them football na there. Meboa. Ni nyina ka ho na football na there. Na foul, na nye foul. Referee no ana there.
So we neutral and we enjoy. A coach siawa eya ene die.
Of course. That is what I said earlier say. Obi wo hono ma say unbenefiting from a referee decision dana.
Obi are benefiting.
Obi are benefiting da. So we just have to forget about these things. Get on the pitch and enjoy. Ebi mpo na referee aye ni. On ebema the best officiating in Clasico recent times. Ebiana gradu performance, no. Ebe the best officiating when it comes to Clasico in recent times. How then do we know? Now, no, my Ghana football in your example. Kumasi Asante Kotokoni Nations FC.
Madrid training no more course no kasa na educate no more training. Okay. Barca so me say training no more year before more fly no. O ma juice kunde ball no right one and see possibly be Eric Garcia so bit image ni man na hwe. Ferran Torres looks like or a fit. Oh, yeah, available. It's Madrid training soon.
Okay. To go across, I was saying, and say, Ghana football. Kumasi Asante Kotokoni Nations FC. You could hear a referee, you're 17-year-old. And Sembena Yemubi Yanka. We said a lot of things, Akwadanisha, or you're inexperienced. At any idea, a game of such magnitude. A derby. Teams from the same city. Na yedi akwada ketwa we na ekwakudi especially when grounds na Asante Kotoko no nations so mo no ntimi share da in fact on share nations wo league ni mu da enti ye benya na nkenya akwada na ekwakudi game no but eventually obi o game ni bia hu say akwada na performance was one of the best in recent times ewie no na referee now before the game why you talking point in a negative manner no na afi wa be talking point in a positive manner officiating game ni ye. Nti Ebiana referee Soto Grado emfa hone the SC in the past. This time around, Obama is one of the best officiating. Well, for me problem in this ekwaku say the 2 year trim bebre. Say referees, you know, I thought that almost see way referees no mu say ya. The little mistake the referee makes, I bet result in something different.
And no dear, when we know sa La Liga clubs no, Real Madrid ne Barca ne die be si bia referee ni tiati
because only be si bia referee no. There are times I just say referee no o chiti okwaku. Said you thought that you call adwuma mpo a you the best of days.
Yeah.
Sana referees in the thought that they just get a bad day in the office. But just because ebinum kita a preconceived mindset. And you know, ne afan say referee no ba so oba ba be wiayen. But e bi mpo na ente sa.
Well, anyway.
Makwa match da. Kwagu on the day you pour ball. Baby you go stars and have to folk. Baby, any supporters to mobile referee no we are. How supporters don't buy into mobile referee no we are. The referee just had a bad day. Now on yard.
Wow.
And the next was it you, but the decisions were so poor on yard yagasa. So these are some of the things. We may just enjoy a game in the biggest club fixture in the world.
And that's also Old Trafford. Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. As the rest goes marching on. Obeying. And then they are told so. Glory, glory, Man United. Hey, I'll pick it. I did not pick it. I'll pick it.
Auntie, you mean I'm more to
I open you say they will feel you. Almost young fatty amount.
Medium birthday.
Almost young fatty amount.
Hey,
hey,
Tim Papa.
Hey, hey, hey. Man, you pay me.
Yeah, bro.
Hey.
Brian,
where we now to us saying, Miensa, Masha Sunderland, a share Chelsea, and then we share 2-0. And I'm going to say Liverpool, Anfield.
Yeah.
Brighton, 4 story, 2-0. Masha, Man, you 6 in the last 7. And then they match some more.
Yeah, share Chelsea Masters. Sunderland share Chelsea.
Brighton, so show.
Brighton share Chelsea 3-1.
In the team that share Chelsea, the mobile show.
Oh, say Chelsea name we are sharing.
My next game.
Yeah, boy Chelsea. Yeah, come on talk more.
Okay. My next game will cost on Dyko. It's running. I'll pick you. Manchester.
Yeah. Now Ruben Amorim.
Oh, my say we feel it.
I'm going to say I'm born here 3-1 no Cotonase.
Aye.
I'm going to take an 3-2 or sorry, be general touch.
Say one kasano, and then I minim de see ya nanka mo yama game ni mo ai den dia bom. After say Kunya, Casemiro, imbuwe mo abogo ni na mo mankofo ni bad game ni mo dan wo be bad game ni mo. Last minute Brian imbuwe mo. Nde imbuwe mo abo 2 goals. Kunya ashe bako and Casemiro. Casemiro de no mo de amano. I'm say Casemiro na shey. And the Manchester United Sen Elements, aka Tibu, Little Courtois. Hey, Biggie, says your friend Little Courtois.
It's a Courtois.
Hey, Luke Shaw, Matisse Delete, Lenny Euro. Wing backs, Diego Dalot, Ahmad. And then Ahmad in your penalty. I didn't refuse.
It was shocking, sir. Anthony Taylor to me ignore such a foul and as a penalty. It was clear. And the AM 1-1 said he was closer to the incident.
Oh,
baby, I'm not original. Now obey incident. Even Obaka say, "Yeah, Emuchi and Obaka overhead the line 1." Say on only be taking that decision. After the linesman, so be taking that decision. But the referee was close to the incident. And what about the people in the VAR room?
But me no, the chairman Jane say he was close to the incident. Oh, pow.
Yes.
Oh, we. In time, one sawanji kofi so be the amount. Because I think say from the angle Kofi, from me, the angle that we saw. Kabon say, I mean, our clear sight of the incident.
Of course.
I want you.
Maybe I know Jinane there. He can't say when who born here. And until I make us a could say, idea emuchia. And because the referee rely on the linesman because penalty calls there. Most of the time, I'm going to closer to the 18-yard area. But the referee was there. He was there, very close to the incident. But ignore it. What's
anyway,
the most important thing is Manchester United and the 3 maximum points. That is the most important thing. And then gradually, you could see some sense of urgency in the Manchester United.
Yeah.
It is one thing. They be a me pese mi hunkwaku. Etoda enye de biana ebeko ye di amount. But even on bad days, you look at the performance and you say team ye the necessary omo ya no omo ye and eye fa na anya de ben. Amfa. These things like you can pardon the referees. But on days, the players. But on days I won't say performance and poor. Play an involvement. It was game. It was poor. The energy levels, everything. It was as if say as a ball now. I'm funny humpo. But if you put in that kind of seriousness, that kind of urgency in the game, now you boy, that's the one to me and Shimpa. Support and never say, the almost on me and the first game of the season against Arsenal. Manchester United lost. But man, who United supporter or criticize the Manchester players just because of how good they played.
Exactly.
Any show a share game anymore. And see, these are some of the things we always want to see. And I am happy for Cunha. Finally, he has gotten his first Premier League goal for Manchester
and
United.
they are very important.
Yes, one player. Last season, Oman numbers 15 Premier League goals semi-kind year. Now Manchester United are quite far, but said there will goal scoring problem. Only number 9 though, but at least a number 10. Branebe Bois, let's solve the goal scoring problem in my area. The Premier League form in that position in Buemo or She. But Cunha now you're doing the amount.
Now, well. Exactly.
Yes. But numbers now here no. Until from Manchester United, and finally, Nyankopo and Aduma floodgates in a BA. I am sure, sir, this is one of many to come for Cunha. And the Bebois, no what me has said 2 years, even though he was playing well. Nobody has our numbers, to be that confidence booster because so I was celebrating a time which he go now clearly. Now a chess here go now and Casa on only player no. Yes.
He's been playing very well. He's and one guy.
Casemiro.
Yeah, so bad.
You go in frame. I am seeing the Casemiro I want to see at Manchester United.
Okay.
So Oshaya last season, na Casemiro more than money. But ye season no, opeke.
Yeah.
He was playing well.
Yeah.
Ye both season new year, the start of this season, he expected to see but now en shedan ko ye papa bia. But in this game, Casemiro at the age, any performance I'll be expecting if you one man or the Manchester United. No. Yeah. Good performance on days are or energy levels in favor you play the game with experience. True. And no I here so many experienced players and so team. And I am very happy sir. One of those experienced lemons are yes, but some back Manchester United team on no. Washasia or pick that boots. I him say Casemiro so a team effort. So I'm very happy for the Manchester United team. The most important thing, and the 3 maximum points, Manchester United has it. And the next game, I'm making sure that this energy levels, this sense of urgency, and seriousness, I'm going to put it in.
Next game, you ever say Manchester United in game number 4 now because say I 3/3. Next Saturday, Manchester United ever called Nottingham Forest. Mubo we are now be ball against Tottenham Hotspur. And San Martin Everton abo. No matter away to Crystal Palace. Says Manchester among football Champions League no more munka ho bi ntino. They say do menya adaje obo baku wie no makoda.
Yakoji ahoma.
Sanwa bobo. Adai.
And finally, I shot 3 games at once since February 2024.
Hey! Over 1 year.
Since February 2024. Yeah, winning 3 Premier League games at once.
Jabi Alonso a press conference with the press conference about Nebom oh say Lami Yamal if you na auto Gerard Pique wono Matisse plans are Lami person ye ne se person ye fie no a sports complex.
Okay.
Oba be ye fie no a sports complex obetsna ho demum or the rooms ni bi be mama and close friends afei so obefa a personal physical trainer, physio, dietitian, omunyina so do obu be fie hobi. What you saying here? And yeah, if you are non kwan and just say bibia bi wom, the nan fufu wom, the physio wom, the bibia wo fie ho.
Schedule.
What you say?
What's it schedule? If you nesi wono.
If you so kama.
Nesi wono.
Nesi wono. If you na bibia bi wom, tie men say, ono akra betimi de the personal room akwhye top. See, I say, who biggie, who fear be near, how do room the best chef for man? If you are open it or down, who open it or top.
Castro on your bad.
I open room or top.
How sorry, no Panonian see from Sana. Nanko be Jim and you have seen no issue.
No shame
from
okay. Entire will be a
superstar, you know. Bosom Quade, Chamono crowd, money budget. No,
I don't one pay down.
Oh, I am not sure on a manager.
They think I won't pay down. One answer question.
Didn't I mean down? I should any reason be out.
As a
we just want to crowd doom so bam from a far more.
Hey, I will doom so bang that was Spain. Doom so bang that was Spain.
It's a mimi fear. If you must a mimi fear or Ghana has some
come far down
and come for top.
Okay.
And I say
a war topper. Uncle Anshawa will no be any lie. A form what they are here. Oh, Kunkren will be a Betty.
Said me fear, Kunkren, but now what I am myself. Me, my Bob racing fear. Yeah. Do better than you feel, Rana. Hey, I was sent out to him. Sure. David, Woody Rika.
Lami Yama say, what I said, Nancy saw you be able to refuse to be our. Now, Kunkren, no, what's a mom complaining? I didn't say mom complain. Oh, how more the number for 4 and also more behind dying. So, on how far more high. I will just any advance 2 years. How from Debbie only feast your phone and I saw one day. I'm going to say Abuchi. Elder infant said Yelami Yama. Abuchi in Kohoda. Nemo near Martin say advance. Yes, 6 months. Debbie. Debbie. Bosumini so many ways here. The Hawker, the nipple tour for Cratchy Bibia. Who challenge if you are. Now we are Debbie in the ninja maninka. I dear Ben or ya when in your home. Oh, the near maybe Brie, Hannah, save your honor year faster now. Kunkren day. Kunkren, a dear, because we are fasting, that's if you'll be your gym. Not that you did that, send your bonnet. The Kunkren, dear. We go trim me at the who the air can go. So, Jemacha. Nana will be Nana also gospel this way. So we are fasting. Now also gospel so. Now say also ubeja say ebia we be sa na obi bo Mark Abraham onyom. Shewa kono so eni wa grow shewa kono so. Ohwe na oniama tiko. Obi na boni aba nitirim. Onyo fa gospel ho nya. Debi. This ebia it's a situation Ebia owie na adi ni abeche no. And maybe a bo hu no jade oye. Na se o di ni bo na wo so bo gospel. Na ebia oba na bitimi ama na te akoso e. O se na de oba na so bitimi ama na te akoso. Enti no ese ebe how. Se gospel ni be influence oba. Debi. Se o so na de kase ana obi so aso chatawali. Obi abeso ne de. Go ku dine there. So be ten dime. Oh, Debbie. Now me a few crampo I'm a tenant to me how. Sir. Debbie. One thing I always told my mother, and they said, if you what's the message to Debbie Jano? And then the moment I had my mama and a part and copy me to over to and coffee in home. So Mubu dining one as I want say diner. You're the dining boy or dining there, no problem. But okay. Unless the person is indulging in some sort of illegalities. But most of the yes, if you're a beer no a consent, or the beer and or china for front, if you're a beer consent, what the dine a hotel and answer all the year we are saying. If you're a beer, if you're doing like I say 99, a bear concerned about it. Say if you run into S and A concern open. And yes, I will find Koku Nipano. So, or indulging in any form of illegality, there are no problem. Yeah, but but aside and no, so be a rental that also per month if you're on any problem. No be per month. What has that got to do with the diner behind? Now behind that is one for gay for them. Ebia son case but susu. De bia for. What could that be? And there you will be lie. And there. Me dey say line ko obi lie there. Debi. And the dynamo we are we see bia nipa wom ento nu boni wom ento chacha wom aside kind dey bibia free say ka we ni nko ade ka opa de bia ye bi ene say udi ufia ma Kofi blessing anka eno ano committee ne mu ache enyama sem Kofi committee ne mu ache because on dey de bia obesesa Kofi for bi bra enyama sem the other dine by head them for home bay. Jabi Alonso your press conference na Kubi san say Real Madrid bobo ya no say no cre Also, we are playing better. We are trying to build a very strong foundation. And this is what Xabi Alonso can. Or say Kylian Mbappe, he's in a very, very good shape. Or say, I know any the entire Real Madrid team. No, be excited. Say, the level on the banner, Airbus, or say players no be recover from the Juventus game into be a fit. Could some Dani Cabaya and the Trent more say. What can't show so Obia fit there, Obia fit. What's I say? And I'll say, Century Bakubi answer, how do you deal with a team that presses hard? And also the most important thing, your game plan on the game. Biggie game plan or kind match it and their training. Yes, Xabi Alonso and working ways or better best stop Pedri. If I not too because what do we say and so Central for the Bisa Xabi Alonso 3 times about Lamine Yamal. Ubisa also wakaso also on fan unknown to us. Also, on person become be a facade, you know. Questions me and Sunny now, and or tell last one crowd say, so we be some me person make cancer, and what I say. Also, on person didn't because I say, what's on my mind is that it will be a heated and a tough game. And also, we are prepared for the game. One ball me Yamal issue, so.
What should he say about what Lamine Yamal said? Xabi Alonso, your former Real Madrid player, and then I don't know about Real Madrid, Juma as a coach. And first of all, nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Minimum Madrid for bad days or mobile Barca. A bad day said Barca for Madrid. That is very true. But a coach, now you're professional. Now all you're a Juma dear, unim the basic china. Any baby, I'll be copy. Lamine Yamal, I can ask him. What Real Madrid has to do, they keep quiet and do the talking on the field of play. And it's in an American support and ask them no catch players. I am a depa because before a game in Yamal so kwaku. Shen Samuel Kwadane Kadiache Real Madrid and the Okafa Madrid home. Now let's imagine say game in a Baswa no ball pa. Na Barcelona and so I share Real Madrid account. So you focus on the game on the field of play.
And the focus on the game I'm hearing is Pedri. Xabi Alonso find ways to stop him.
Focusing so much on a single player, bet me I had a Real Madrid team. I am saying this because Barcelona Bobokuna yedi home common. Barcelona has Pedri. Barcelona has Lamine Yamal. Barcelona has Marcus Rashford. These are players on any day. Obaka say be a Marcus Rashford and then do that kind of level. But Marcus Rashford was also at Barcelona in the absence of certain key players or not standing to the test. A general Muma Barcelona Bobo Kona goes and assist normal Barcelona Bobo Konubi. And to say Okako focus on Pedri. There are other players I made for Romo for Pedri one year Juma. Oka sa ase mo na coach anti flick it here. Obetimi you see Pedri Crampo as a bait.
Okay.
Your attention goes to Pedri. Other players get spaces in your team that is going to be created by Pedri. No ma famudi a hete Real Madrid Bobo.
But big also nim say Barcelona team ni say Pedri who game no so a mutiati. Intino I mean it's quite obvious to say Pedri he's the main man. On the ball no be brain fan so. Everything goes through around with Pedri.
Yeah.
You see it makes sense to stop him.
Of course it does. But me points in say e manem fa na dwene nkonkosi ono ni su bebre.
Okay.
So attention ni nyina ye say me pe kwa me fa so stop Pedri. Enti me stop ne pe. Na Real Madrid the team afa ho no wa perform there bi. That is where me what problem. So be kaya time a Pep Guardiola ye Barcelona coach. On Manchester United. 2 Champions League finals no mo give free Manchester United in semono. One of them. At that time, player no hard gonna power Barcelona Bobo Kolim was Lionel Messi. And I say Alex Ferguson here say, Obama G Sumpak, Ejina Lionel Messi. And no na Manchester downfall.
But Park so ye games day no kakra.
He did well.
Exactly.
But G Sumpak a station the one film one more. The Jumana na obey no. The attention on Lionel Messi a yini free ho.
Yeah, true.
And no na United downfall. If we are saying no mo nam ho no mo sa. And see, I thought that a boy, but I thought that who focuses so much on one player, a baby has never be affected team in our performance. And see, I know that men persons are be alone so they're not doing a better no money be.
Well, big it's here way. Enzo Maresca. Sunderland's second goal is not a transition. It is a long ball and we don't defend properly. The first goal is from a throw-in because they have 6, 7, or 8 players in the box. It is difficult. They were not good enough. Sorry, we were not good enough. So I describe it 2 goals at Chelsea. I consider a second one, they say any transition, yeah, just long ball and win to defend. First one, so throw in, no. No, there were lots of players in the box and a Chelsea intimate defend.
So is he telling me, sir, first goal, no, throw in the goal no buy. Not Sunderland, there were a lot of players in the Chelsea box. Were they having players in the box than Chelsea?
No.
So what kind of excuse?
Basically, you know, Obesoche say Sunderland, if I understand what he's saying, I just say Sunderland had 2 goals no motion and you properly worked goal. Because one he says the first one, the second one a long ball, first one a throw in. Into these are and the normal transitional, maybe I say a normal goal and what
play part in
the B. What I say near money beer as a movement to be near man get some game be the share or more. If I understand him well,
it is true. But Kwaku say Edriano Otara home bokona we see Otare so now you mistake na wa na obo form so awasi.
No correct.
Enti enye kwan ba ko pani e fa so chego. And kwan a Chelsea fa so concede ye no. One of those ways I have to concede goal. Kwan a Sunderland fa so share ye no. Those one of those ways you have to so di goal.
True.
So if you have lost, you have lost.
But ose mo ntina se because ose Joao Pedro week ni mu nyina ontimi training because oyare. So training kakra ade cha no mama na rest. Ose onye no nko a. Moises Caicedo ose boy dey pra. Nti ono so mo manage no. Ono so pra oye training enne ade be chi no ma rest no. And ose Enzo so the same thing. Also we bear 4 or 5 players Omo bo Chelsea ball ni BCC but they are not fully fit. Inti injury say ha no. Mo so mo ntena se bigi.
Kwaku
mo ntena se.
On say linchechiri mu no. Eye pa. Ni mo metoda wuti bi chechi nsem ni mo na nchechi mu na sa de abufu aba.
Say.
Nti unim say o player eye Joao Pedro throughout the week on training.
Yeah.
And now what a William Estivayo our bench our training eye fit. Why do you bench him and start Joao Pedro? Mares kan chechiri mu yo dey by there. Obey sa na boys na Holland na tetena bonbo.
Maresca asem no kan.
Because in chechiri mu na share before chen loss no.
Because he say no Enzo ne Caicedo, these are 2 crucial players. Better what drop you. And also almost in your fit inti throughout the week I manage you we training and neck cry ade achi no arrest. Now be training the following day. Inti sa players crucial players better what drop you.
Matthias here. Inti here then Joao Pedro na onye fit no. O mani bo game no 85 minutes. It is not as if Sabia you started second half and now uniform.
Yeah.
He played for 85 solid minutes.
They say they was
an unfit player.
The last
bench.
The last 7 games on Shego nya assisting he started very well at the Chelsea career, well. But now saying born about formal power because on your fit. And I think say Sabueno say yes we are was some managed to 3 weeks now recover fully because clearly on your fit. And as you say, Maggie, you know, so and then we also.
Yeah, when you know, game and so.
A hard dream, some hard dream.
And this is what Joao Pedro on your fit. The Martin now, the number. Our William Estivayo, with no disrespect to Joao Pedro, I feel William Estivayo is a better number 10 than Joao Pedro. I didn't know Joao Pedro and Chain Kaka.
I don't know. I
don't know. I had to say play out in a banana who say Aquadan to me more. Meanwhile, the little opportunities you've given the player, what chance will make to me a ball?
Okay.
And today, baby, now signs through.
Some more.
Oh,
Coach Zibi, near to the beer. A hard dream. What church and say many more, but Trevor Chalobah say dressing room or place in I very, very down because no Mususu say game we did. I know some more pick 3 points in through. Was Stamford Bridge, but I say Uko dressing room a place no Obiara. Well, Alex Iwobi and then we bought game number 300 Premiership anymore. When him say African players are above board to do a premiership in no. Kolo Toure and a lady 353 games. Mo Salah 309 games. Well for Zaha 305 games. Jordan Ayew 305 games. It will be 300 games. Since enche obey Jordan and Zaha the free ho. Mo Salah the Guswa Obo. Inti ye name the extent at which I honestly bet me a drew ho. Gary Neville say Premiership Hall of Fame no omo na account officially. Say the Gary Neville and so account kama. Hey, Vinicius Junior and a girl Virginia no. I say we post the media about say or Orlando or Madrid. The hotel room na we post the media about say. Because me say like Enrichi me kind story be say Vini per se send a gun be Ginedi so Obama na you official say fiti and ekwe we na me no ho send a be wiase me nyina be hu te say de la me yama I am obi e hu say Niki Nicole no o say encourage one announce am obi e hu say girl be ntimi ma no ho oba no nim say say we wa e bia oni we na wo ho nti oba ha ba e
hu bi da
say
me de ma hu bi da
unim say we ni we twempena na still na wo say open
kuma hu bi da we personal experience
yes
you call wedding and you try picture me cousins and about post you on the status to post you on the status no and an downfall ba a texting say ne cousin we open a downfall until on find a number man
referring to you no power downfall
yes it's me one of my cousin texting me say say I'm so anya hwe fama no and also okay no one lady in the text me so bit me a friend I'm saying no friend me and I kasa open my downfall then I'm too many problem so from there I kasa and Oba catch me say like she's interested she wants us to date na me catch her say I have a girlfriend and also only problem na ene de krambo say maka no kra kire no
no kra
na be ma timi ware mienu oba na ntimi ware mienu e di say me pen nko ade o no only problem yes oh man pene yes anything na make us a Vinicius enka na me kura me ni kapre na Vinicius oska kwaku
it's one penny
oh there be man pene mentimi
ubi ze Ghana for ye nkwara o ha
oh there be man pene
ubi ze ye nkwara o
man pene
a we ka story we a chere say wo one penny one be sra woda big girl one be sra woda we share no one on wonder
you share our bonting
we share our bonting Satan no din kan ka kire that say wo girl
oh yeah
tu ko share no so nya odin
oh some madam for no
girl no so one can so for adam for o say opew
say me ka kire no say saint ni e betima ya adam
and one ti ase
ote
hey biggie I will share no abonti and mo din komo and o ko ni fi
I share we ne ya tena ba bia din komo na
and o sorry ko ni fi and also ko fi Ghana for almost so boy boys so boy
na boys no mo
almost so boy
say abi say me boy say boys they say
almost so boy and they say they na one no ho no still na one no ono an oda so no ho they say obi pe osisi ano o hwewa ti say they wo kan no enye yi ti say the girl they na anye yi na na
enye
and I find the ho kakra enye yi
akwan ni ba bia
wo ankasa no wano ye 100 ana
there be unzem penifo said na nyina answer nti e to da mood ne kura timi hu ema o ka asema pese o ka
itiro o chine betimi aba sister na akwanya kakra ho
o sa nwumre ye o kro betimi jame ana o betimi jame nwumre ya
Biggie. Oh, Charlie Kevin De Bruyne prime amira when they upran hamstring no osu. Inter Milan in fact Napoli Inter Milan 3-1 ya pungu. Na say Inter so but Napoli for many edin what 3-1. 3-1. Kevin De Bruyne McTominay
I never expected.
Yeah, McTominay ashe goal and Anguissa ashe goal. 3-1. Serie A nankasa eno AC Milan for goal mu animu ase. When to me and she pizza crash or movie and the last minute. And they say Napoli for so share, quite more daho, a cast ever trains a Roma for so Charlie, you say Italian Syria and mu the baba kakra and kakra. What you say?
Me say I am very competitive this season.
Very, very competitive.
So why the papa?
Oh, but Kevin De Bruyne, not some year me, yeah, papa. But a very, very unfortunate this situation. No, they say nyame aduma afe na ye kwa kwehwe doctors for no. The umbeka about Kevin De Bruyne's situation. What you say? Inti, for. Ye di si. Yakopon on shira non count.